Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into a really interesting set of sources all about yesterday's Major League Baseball action.
That's right.
We've pulled some key bits from welcometotoday.pdf. Pieces like From the Diamond, a deep dive into yesterday's MLB showdowns, and the echoes of yesterday.
Good stuff in there.
Yeah, and our goal here is pretty straightforward.
Oh.
Unpack what we learned from those games. We saw some huge performances, some real nail-biters.
Definitely.
And we want to figure out how it's all shaping this 2025 season picture.
And it was quite the mix yesterday, wasn't it? A real smorgasbord, you could say.
Smorgasbord, yeah, I like that.
We had those intense pitching duels, total offensive explosions, some really gritty games. It felt like a bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And each one, adds another layer to how this season's unfolding.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Because the thing that just jumps right out is, wow, baseball can be unpredictable. Some of those scores.
Oh, yeah.
Top of the list has to be the Houston Astros, just dismantling the Los Angeles Dodgers 18-1.
18-1. That's...
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't just winning a game. It felt like a statement,
Absolutely. A tactical declaration, like you said in the notes.
Yeah, it showed the Astros can just completely overwhelm even a team like the Dodgers, who you think of as top tier. Just relentless.
They really were. Seemed like they found every single hole.
And for the Dodgers,
Yeah.
that's going to force some real soul searching. It's probably an anomaly, right? But
Well, yeah, you'd think so. But it definitely makes them look hard at their pitching approach, maybe defensive lapses, stuff like that.
that kind of lopsided score, it carries momentum, doesn't it? Psychological edge.
Oh, absolutely. It's fascinating psychologically. It's not just the runs. It forces that immediate reevaluation you mentioned.
Right.
For the team that lost like that, it's a painful lesson. It makes them ask tough questions, bullpen management, pitch selection under pressure, defensive alignments maybe getting exposed.
Are we too predictable? That kind of the question.
Exactly. Are we relying on something hitters can jump on when a team gets hot like the Astros did? It's more than just one guy having a bad day sometime.
Right. It could show a deeper vulnerability. And speaking of lopsided, though maybe not quite that extreme, the Oakland A's beat the San Francisco Giants 11-2.
Another big one.
Yeah. And for the A's, they sometimes struggle to put up runs consistently. So an offensive burst like that, that's significant for them.
Shows what they can do.
Totally. But for the Giants, losing the Cross Bay rivalry like that, that's going to sting. Raises questions about their rotation, maybe defense.
Yeah, definitely stings, especially if it felt like they couldn't execute, couldn't make the plays.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. On the flip side of those blowouts, we had the really tight games, those classic nail-biting contests where, every single play feels huge.
Yes. The other end of the spectrum.
What did you make of, say, the San Diego Padres beating the Texas Rangers 3-2? That felt like a textbook low-scoring battle.
It really was. And, that's where you often see the real artistry of the game shine through.
Yeah.
You get that exceptional pitching, maybe a starter goes deep, just dominating. But it also highlights sharp defense, timely hitting.
Right. That one key hit.
Exactly. That little single that drops in, the sac bunt, the stolen base, that's what decides these tight ones. It really tests a team's mettle under pressure.
No doubt. And the Detroit Tigers 2-1 win over the Cleveland Guardians, another one like that.
Classic pitcher's duel.
Absolutely. Runs were just so hard to come by.
Yeah.
Capitalizing on the tiniest opportunity, a walk, an error, whatever. That was everything. The purists love these games. It's the art of pitching, the strategy, that late inning tension.
You could feel it.
Yeah, you really could.
And that's it. These tight, low-scoring games, they show you who has that fundamental baseball IQ.
Right.
Dominant pitching, yeah, but also that stellar defense making the plays and just smart situational hitting, moving runners, getting them in.
It's that game of inches thing.
That's exactly when it feels most true. Every walk, every stolen base, every ground ball finding a hole, it all adds up and swings the game. Monumental significance, like you said.
So beyond just the individual games, yesterday also gave us some interesting series outcomes and broader season narratives, didn't it?
For sure.
Like take the Baltimore Orioles sweeping their doubleheader against the Atlanta Braves. First game 3-2, second one 9-6. That feels significant for the O's.
It absolutely does. And what's fascinating there is the adaptability, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, they showed they could win that tight defensive grinder And then, turn around and win a higher scoring game with the bats.
Ah, okay. Versatility.
Exactly. Winning in different ways against a good Braves team. That builds serious confidence. Looks like a team ready for a sustained run.
Okay, contrast that then with the Toronto Blue Jays beating the Los Angeles Angels twice, both games 4-3.
Identical scores. Wow.
Yeah. Winning 2 games by the exact same tight margin. That suggests real consistency, right? Execution under pressure twice.
Definitely consistency in their approach, yeah.
But for the Angels, man, getting swept in 2 one-run games, that's got to be mentally taxing.
Oh, incredibly frustrating.
Highlights maybe where they need better clutch hitting or stronger bullpen work late. That kind of series sticks with you.
It really can. Losing 2 like that by just 1 run each time, it just hammers home every missed chance, every runner left stranded.
Yeah.
It can kind of chip away at that belief you can win the close ones. So you see the Orioles adapting, the Blue Jays showing consistency. Both ways work, but tough mentally for the Angels there.
And then there was the Milwaukee Brewers splitting with the Miami Marlins. They won 6-5, then lost 2-4.
Right, a split.
That kind of outcome, it just highlights the parity you often see, especially within divisions, doesn't it?
Totally.
Win a slugfest, lose a tighter one. Suggests neither team really got a firm grip. Comes down to matchups. Who executes in the key moments on a given day? Back and forth.
Very typical of divisional play sometimes.
And we absolutely have to talk about the Subway Series. The New York Mets beating the New York Yankees 12-6.
Yeah, that was a statement.
More than just a win, for sure. Those rivalry games, they always have extra emotion packed in.
Always.
And a win like that, so decisive. Huge boost for Mets morale, gets the fans buzzing, validates their offense.
Big time.
For the Yankees, though, got to be disappointing. Losing to the crosstown rivals and giving up that many runs sparks questions about their pitching, handling potent lineups.
No doubt. And if we connect that to the bigger picture, these rivalry games like the Subway Series, they really do mean more than just the win-loss column. You know, there's just that extra intensity. And pulling off a big win like the Mets did, that can create real momentum, boost confidence way beyond just one game. It's a huge psychological win.
So what does this all mean, tying it all together? Yesterday was just a perfect snapshot of why baseball is so compelling, so unpredictable.
Absolutely. A testament to it.
Success really does balance on a razor's edge sometimes. Those blowouts, okay, maybe rare statistically, but they hammer home the volatility. And there's serious lessons for the teams on the receiving end, forcing them to rethink strategy.
Harsh lessons, yeah. Valuable, but harsh.
And the tight games. They just underline how crucial fundamental baseball is. Execution under pressure, building that team confidence. It shows you who can really do it when it counts.
Indeed. And every team, win or lose, good spot or bad spot in the standings, they walk away with data.
Right.
It's not just a W or an L. It's info for adjustments. Where do we need to improve? What are we doing well? How do we tweak our strategy? Every single pitch, every at-bat. It's intelligence gathering.
So looking ahead now, the ripples from yesterday,
Yeah.
they're going to spread out, right? Pitchers studying film, hitters analyzing swings, managers probably losing sleep over tactical calls.
Oh, for sure. They'll be poring over everything. And this raises, I think, an important point about baseball. The beauty of the long season is that it is a marathon.
Right. Not a sprint.
Exactly. No single day, no matter how crazy or dramatic, defines a team's entire destiny. But every single day adds a line, adds a paragraph to that team's story for the year.
Builds the narrative.
Builds the narrative, shapes their character, reveals who they really are over 162 games.
And yesterday. Definitely added some compelling, really unforgettable chapters to that story. Reminds you why we watch, why we stay hooked on this unpredictable, fascinating game.
Couldn't have said it better.
The stage is absolutely set for more drama, more heroics, more twists and turns as the season keeps rolling towards October.